For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. The Petrozavodsk phenomenon. In 1977, something terrifying appeared in the skies over Soviet Russia. About the mystery nearly 50 years later. The incident led to the establishment of an investigation into UFO phenomena in the Soviet Union, with funding allocated for research on anomalous atmospheric and space phenomena. Early one morning in 1977, something unusual happened not only in Petrozavodsk, but also in distant cities like Copenhagen and Helsinki. Witnesses reported seeing a large glowing light that hung over the city in the shape of a jellyfish, emitting numerous fine rays. As reported at the time by the Soviet news agency TASS, according to New York Times archives, it gave the impression of a downpour of light. Shortly afterward, the light disappeared. They added, the jellyfish turned into a bright semicircle and resumed its movement toward Lake Onega. After the show, gray clouds appeared with a red glow in the center, and the entire phenomenon lasted about 10-12 minutes from beginning to end. At the end of the second phase, an intense glow was observed on the horizon, which continued until dawn, explains the translation of a Soviet report on the phenomenon. During this phase, the appearance of luminous objects in several locations was also noted. One of the objects seen by many witnesses, according to the report, was a brightly glowing sphere. At 3:50 a.m. Moscow time, a bright ball, comparable in size to the moon, was observed moving slowly from west to east, leaving behind an orange trail resembling a condensation trail from an airplane. The edges of the ball appeared blurred. The front hemisphere, along with the surrounding air, formed a clearly visible arc extending tangentially from the ball. The ball flickered and emitted rays in all directions. In front of the arc, no flickering rays were observed. The report states, citing eyewitness testimony, although several radar stations did not detect the objects, if they were objects at all. The report notes that two unusual objects were observed about 16 kilometers from Petrozavodsk, at the same time that another glowing sphere was being witnessed. The report concludes that it is not possible to determine the cause of the phenomenon, although it appears to trust the eyewitness accounts and rules out potential explanations such as meteors due to the lack of accompanying sound. Unfortunately, so many years later, we are no closer to the truth about the situation. Speculations include satellite launches and polar auroras. One obvious possibility, denied by the Soviet Union at the time, is that the phenomenon was the result of a missile or weapons test. That certainly remains possible. Several additional effects accompanying the Petrozavodsk phenomenon are due to the failed test of a ballistic missile conducted in the same area at almost the same time explains a review of UFOs in the Soviet Union. Unless a similar phenomenon is observed and studied again, we are unlikely to ever have a definitive explanation for its cause. Although the launch of a satellite or a military test seems far more likely than an alien civilization traveling through space to briefly visit us, and then never return to say hello.